Welcome back to the BuildMuse.com instructional video series. Before we can assist you with the design of your future home remodeling project, we need your help to determine the existing layout and dimensions of the rooms we'll be working in. Here's what we aim to accomplish by the end of this video. Our goal is for you to be able to successfully complete a floor plan sketch of a room of your home that includes the locations of doors, windows, cabinets, and appliances. This sketch will also include accurate measurements of the room and fixtures so we can develop properly scaled 3D CAD drawings for you. Creating a floor plan sketch can be as simple as taking accurate measurements with a tape measure, then using a pencil and paper, preferably graph paper, to record your results. In order to virtually recreate your existing space in 3D, we need the exact length and height measurements of every wall in each room that we will be working on. If we're going to be reconfiguring your space by moving or removing walls, then we'll also need your sketch to include all adjacent rooms as well. In addition, we'll need to know the location for every door, window, and every other opening such as pass-throughs, archways, etc. If we will also be redesigning your kitchen, bath, or laundry room, then we will need to know where each cabinet, plumbing fixture, and appliance is located within that space. This may sound like a daunting task, but we'll break it all down step by step for you. Here are a couple of examples of what your finished sketch should look like. We're going to be using a kitchen as our drawing example today because it's a more complex room to measure and sketch. So let's get started. Step 1 is to complete a rough sketch of the room wall by wall. I'm going to be drawing on graph paper for more accuracy, but you can feel free to skip the graph paper and just use a pencil and blank paper. If you choose to use graph paper, then each square of the grid will equate to a 1-foot square. If you don't have any graph paper on hand, you can simply do a web search for it and you'll find plenty to download and print out a couple of sheets. You're going to draw a basic sketch of the outline of the room as if you're looking down on it from a bird's eye view. Start with the longest wall of the room and measure it from corner to corner. Then draw a line near the top of your graph paper that represents the length of that wall to the nearest foot. For example, if that wall is 12 feet 4 inches long, you can draw your line 12 squares long. If it is closer to 13 feet in length, you can round it up to 13 squares. Just outside of that wall, jot down the actual length measurement, which is 12 foot 4 inches in this example. Why the outside of the wall? Because we need the inside space to remain free to record other measurements later. Here's a pro tip for you. For architectural drawings, the correct format for a length measurement is with the single quotation mark representing feet and the double mark representing inches. Decimals are not used in architectural drawings. For our purposes, a measurement accuracy to within half an inch should also be more than accurate enough. Now simply work your way around the room in a clockwise direction, adding each wall and its measurement as you go. If the room has a bump out for a closet or angled walls, then add those in as needed until you've come back to the starting point of your sketch. We will also need to know the various ceiling heights in the room that we'll be working on. Some rooms may have lower ceilings or soffits that conceal ductwork, and we need to know about them. So measure the ceiling height in each room and note that measurement on the drawing near where it was taken. Step 2 is to add doors and windows to your pencil sketch. Windows are simply drawn in as a rectangle that straddles the wall, like this. Doors are drawn as a single line in the open position, with an arc added to note which way the door swings. Here is what a single door looks like. Here's also what double doors, sliding doors, and bifold doors all look like on an architectural drawing. Once you've added the doors and windows to your drawing, then you also need to record their measurements. Door and window openings are tricky to measure accurately because there are moldings around them that conceal the actual call size of the unit. If you will simply measure the inside of the finished opening, that should suffice for our needs. If we need an extremely accurate measurement to perhaps squeeze a double oven cabinet in next to a window, then we can always address that with you later. Now write down the width of each window and door in your room on the inside of the walls, right in front of each one, just like this. Then measure the distance to each window and door from the wall corners, and add those measurements to the inside of the walls as well. By keeping the overall measurements of walls on the outside and the smaller dimensions on the inside of the wall in your drawing, it will be much more legible. See how that works? Step 3 is to add any cabinets, sinks, and appliances to our drawing. If you're going to be redesigning your kitchen, bath, or laundry room, then we'll need to know where each fixture, appliance, and cabinet is located. When you measure cabinets, please ignore the countertops, as they overhang the ends of the cabinets and aren't relevant for what we intend to do. Instead, just simply measure the entire length of each continuous cabinet run, like so. Wherever there is a break in a cabinet run for an appliance, such as a range or a refrigerator, then measure that opening, and then measure the next run on the other side. That way you will record the exact location of that appliance. As for sinks, simply draw them in as a simple rectangle in their approximate location, like this. That's it, you did it! Now compare your drawing to our examples. How did you do? Great! Now you just need to scan or photograph your drawing so you can upload it to us, and we can get started on your designs for you. See? Wasn't that easy? Faster, easier, more affordable. That's buildmuse.com.